Okay. Alrighty. Hey guys, what's up? If you are new here, my name is Shile. This is my YouTube space. The reason why it sounds like I'm introducing this like it's my very first time on YouTube is because it's my very first time being back in a long while. So if you don't know me, I love to come on here and talk about many things, my relationship with God, to give words that encourage people, and just do what I love to do on here. So I'm starting a new series, and before I even get into that, let's backtrack a little bit, okay? So as some of you may know, I have been on a journey towards pursuing my dream to become a lawyer. And about a year ago, I graduated from law school. And so this new series that I'm starting is going to be called Life After Law School, because I want to let you guys in on all the details of everything that has happened since, okay, maybe not everything, but most things that has happened since I graduated 1 year ago exactly, actually. So first of all, let me start by saying, did you guys know that after you complete your undergraduate studies and then you go to law school for 3 years when you're in Canada or in Ontario at least, and you graduate from law school, you're still not a lawyer? Like, what? So I want us to talk all about that, okay? So a year ago, I graduated from law school and I had a beautiful graduation ceremony. I'm gonna take you guys through. I'm gonna show you different clips from my graduation. So come, let's go watch. Girls in the whole wide So my graduation celebration was so beautiful. It was filled with so much love. It was planned all by my friends. My family members traveled down from different places. Everyone testified of the goodness of God in my life, and it was just more than I bargained for. It was beautiful, as you obviously saw. So shortly after that, drum roll. Your girl moved to her first big girl apartment. Yeah, so I started living on my own. I feel like ever since I moved to Canada and really all my life, I've never lived alone. So obviously growing up, I lived with my parents, and then, going into school, university, I had roommates, and then even when I started law school, all the way up until the end, I lived with people. And so this is my very first time living alone. We can talk about living alone diaries in another video, but I want to just show you guys a little tiny glimpse of my apartment. I love this space. I love being here. Sometimes when I come home, it can feel a little bit lonely, but once I just like decompress a little bit and I put on my silk pajamas, I sit like in front of my couch and I just start like Bible studying and everything, and it's honestly been such a highlight. So I did that, and then also I did 10 months of articling. Woo! If you guys don't know, articling is essentially a required legal apprenticeship that everyone who is going to be licensed to practice to become a lawyer must do. So I worked at a corporate law firm here in the city of Ottawa. I actually worked at, I believe my law firm is Canada's #1 largest firm. So shout out to Jesus for pulling that through for his daughter. Yeah, and I also feel like that's a whole other experience that we can talk about in another video. In this video, I really just want to give you guys little snippets into what has been happening in my life. During my articling, I got to do so many cool things. I actually represented a client at the small claims court, and I represented the client and we got a 50-50 split decision and no cost, which means I did really well, and it was just such an amazing experience. What else? What else have I done? Obviously, I've been writing on my Substack. I have a Substack newsletter page that I've been writing on, and you guys can check that out over here. So that's pretty much what I have been up to since law school. I've been also, oh my God, how could I forget? How could I forget, guys? So there are two things you need to do after you graduate from law school in order to be called to the bar. The first one, you need to do your 10-month legal apprenticeship. And then the second thing you need to do is you need to pass both of your bar exams, your barrister's and your solicitor's exam. So I have been studying. I've been studying crazy. Like, I feel like my whole life has been studying after law school. And you guys can see a little bit of what that looks like over here. So that's been my life for the past year. And so after now, what you guys can expect is just a little bit more insight and depth and details into life after law school and also even the journey of law school. So after this, you're going to see a video where I'm going to be sharing a huge testimony of how God provided for me all through law school when I barely had anything, to contribute. And then you're going to be seeing other videos after related to that process and even life now after law school. So if this sounds like something interesting that you love to be a part of, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I promise that here you are going to you're gonna have a good time, right? Not only will you see my life, but it's gonna come with encouraging words from the Holy Spirit. It's gonna be filled with love. There's gonna be an opportunity for us to grow together, to feel seen with one another. This is Life After Law School with Shile.A. All right, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Any answer to Shile?
We love you so much and you're so selfless, extremely selfless.
I would say, Shile, I am so proud of you. You have been a huge source of motivation for me this period. I love you. I'm so proud of you. And I can't wait to celebrate so many more things with you. Go Shile, go Shile, go!